I want to talk about this topic. I wish I could talk to a registered psychologist about this, because I bet there's a name for this mental thing, or this form of manipulation. There's probably a specific term for it or whatever. But I've seen this kind of manipulation over and over again, and this is something that people don't really talk about. And I'll give you an example that I saw on social media. So there's this doctor with a respected doctor with many followers, and this other woman who's a naturopath or some kind of natural doctor who's also very respected, and they had a spat. And sometimes you see doctors making short reels about other doctors because they think they're spreading misinformation, or they're calling somebody out on something. So this natural doctor called this other doctor out on something, and I don't know what the topic was. It was something controversial, I think, like vaccine children or this or that. And it doesn't matter what your opinion on, it doesn't matter what the topic was. It's not the point. And what your opinion of the topic doesn't matter either. What happened was the other woman got really ticked off that this woman did a video about her. So I don't want to say, I almost said, so she panicked. I don't want to say that, because this could be total manipulation. What she did was call the police, made a false claim that now she has a security team. I don't even know if that's true or not, this doctor. And she called the police and made it sound like her children are now in danger of this naturopathic person. And she said she went to the school, her security team, quote unquote, if she has a security team, is going to the school because she thinks her small children are at risk of harm from this other woman at school, making it sound fantastical, like as if her children are about to be kidnapped by this completely unhinged woman on social media. I don't believe any of this to be true. I think she sensationalized this and made it sound like a panic, like this other woman is a danger to the community, a danger to her children, a physical danger to her and her children. And, I almost said, okay, she panicked and called the police. No, that it may not be fear, it may not be panic, it may be 100% manipulation to make somebody else sound dangerous. And people do this. I've seen somebody in my family repeatedly do this to other people, even within the family, causing a commotion, causing a stir, trying to make other people sound like they're a danger to others when they're not. And there's two ways to think about this. Either they really think they're in danger, or they are horribly trying to manipulate the story and trying to completely discredit this other person and make them sound mentally unstable and like a danger, make them sound like they're a dangerous person simply because they're ticked off because they're losing an argument, or they're ticked off because they've been called out on their bad behavior, or they've been caught doing something bad or wrong. And And the other way to think about it is maybe they really have really low discernment and severe unhealed trauma of their own, and they really think they're in danger. So, like if you were a police officer and showed up to this doctor's house when she's making these wild claims that she's thinking this natural doctor person or whatever on social media is now a threat to her small children at school, you'd be asking very direct questions like, did she say she was going to go to your school? Do you have any evidence that this person knows your whereabouts? Blah, blah, blah. You have to dig. Is there any validity to this wild claim, that this slanderous claim? And I think there's something, I think this is called something. When I keep wanting to say the word panic, but there are people who are not panicking. They're literally fabricating a story to get the other person in trouble and to completely discredit the person or make the other person look crazy. I've seen people do this over and over again. And is it Darvo? Is it a form of Darvo? No. But it is a form of really dark manipulation.